The President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, recently released a list of the designate ministers that he's going to run with for the next 5 years. We are here to discuss this and more. As we see the list, there are some new faces, there are some old faces that have disappeared from the list. And to discuss this matter today, I'm having a senior journalist, my brother Kibenduka Chris. Welcome on the show, Chris.
Oh, thank you.
Chris is a journalist and he works with the Uganda Broadcasting Corporation. I'm also having my brother H.E Joel is a medical practitioner and an enthusiast of working with children. Welcome on the show, brother H.E Joel.
Thank you so much for hosting me. Thank you.
My team, our president released a list of the ministers he intends to work with in the next 5 years. And by the end of this discussion, I would love that our listener out there understands what it means for the next 5 years for Uganda and what he's supposed to look at, most especially as we look into the big names that have exited the cabinet and the new names that have come up. My brother Chris, may you say hi to our viewers and we start this conversation.
Okay, I thank you once again for having hosted us at this particular moment. His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has appointed new faces, familiar faces, and actually he has maintained some of the senior politicians in these ministerial and maybe in his cabinet positions. It is good that a country is supposed to have ministers and other state officials, and we appreciate him for releasing this list of appointments in different ministerial positions. Well, to the young generation, it is good. We appreciate him that at least there are these young new faces like Namere, Justin Namere. We have people like Balam, Barugahare. They have been working, most of them, like Namere, has been showing that she can lead. Yeah. Balam has been showing that he can lead.
Mr. Chris, among the members on this list, I want you to tell me the name that you were surprised that it came, and another name that you're surprised that it didn't come.
The names that I was surprised that came, one is the Namere name.
One. Then another name that you were surprised that did not even appear.
Matiya Kasaija.
Yes, brother Joel, yes. Say hi to the viewers and tell us which name were you surprised to see and which name were you surprised not to see.
Okay, thank you so much, host. And I'm actually really privileged to be on this set to discuss important matters of national importance. Yeah, it is really a privilege to be here. When the list was out, there are actually some names that I was personally looking out for, and there are those that I wasn't actually expecting. And as my brother said, people like Matiya Kasaija is someone who had these comical statements that he would always make that would make people happy, yet he would be putting across serious points. So people like Matiya Kasaija and then people like Moses Ali. Moses Ali was second deputy prime minister. Yeah. He was dropped, but actually think that I didn't expect it, but I was actually happy because he was dropped. due to his health problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, that disease that is always disturbing him. In health, they call it Parkinsonism. Yeah, Parkinsonism is a disease that disrupts someone's ability to control his body. Sometimes you find the body does what it is not supposed to be done at a certain moment.
What you want it to do is not what it is doing.
Yeah. So what you're supposed to tell it to do for it, it does it when you have not told it to do it. So that is what is happening. At least if they can leave him to first rest, even if he gets his salary, it is okay. But let them leave him to rest, because I actually saw him in the tent during the time when they were electing the speaker. It was really something that was bringing a lot of emotions among his people that were looking at him. So actually the names that I'm really happy to have seen, youngsters, like my brother has said, like this new minister, the state minister in charge of youth and children. She's called, I've forgotten her name. She's called, let me see on the list. She's called Honorable Akisa Mase Faith. She's a doctor by profession, and she's very young, meaning that she's fit for that position. And I'm also happy for Dr. Chris Bariomus. Him being a doctor, he was actually in a wrong position.
Yeah.
Doing ICT as a doctor, that's why sometimes people would misquote him, and sometimes they would criticize him on different occasions because he was in a field that is not his own. But now that he's in his own field, we believe he's going to perform very well, and he's going to perform exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Then they talked about Namere Justine. Yeah, she's a controversial politician who speaks her mind at any given opportunity.
Yeah.
And I believe her being in a position of a state minister of local government, she's going to actually look at how local government funds are being used, especially a lot of corruption that is crowding the local government sector. Yeah, that is it.
Okay, thank you so much, Brother Joel. I've been looking at the list here. I'm seeing Honorable Jessica Alupo, retired major. She's back as the Vice President. I'm seeing Honorable Robin Anabanja. She's back as the leader of government business in Parliament. Are you surprised that these names have come back, Mr. Chris?
Yeah. For both of them, I am kind of surprised. It is not by. I'm not so surprised that that's how Mr. Museveni does his things. The mathematics we count in him are not the actual results he puts on board.
What you expect him to do is not what he actually does.
It is very much better for a common citizen to bring it to their knowledge that both the Honorable Jessica Lopo and then Honorable Nabanja were found in the iron sheet scandal for Karamoja, the iron sheets that were meant for the people of Karamoja, vulnerable people of Karamoja. So I thought maybe as a way, like our president said, this year is for fighting corruption.
Yes.
I thought maybe he would look at those people, the figures that were involved in the iron sheet scandal, just like he did to the Rolls Royce Anita Mong. Yeah. So I thought maybe the very thing he did with this honorable
Anita
Mong is the same thing that would be done maybe with the other people. But now, my surprise, they are back. Yet we have very capable people to lead this country, even if he gave those positions to different people.
Brother Joel, we are seeing names like Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, first Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for East African Community Affairs, and we have Honorable Dr. Crispus Kionga. He's back in cabinet. What are your words? How do you see that we have Rebecca Kadaga again in Parliament, and I mean on the cabinet, and we are not seeing Anita Among?
Okay. And sometimes, like how my brother said, the president, the way he does his things, and I'm always very certain that those things that he does, he doesn't get advice from people. He does
Because to cut you short, I was thinking that because Rebecca Kadaga, actually, it has been a norm. Rebecca Kadaga, when he left the Parliament as Speaker, she came back as Deputy Prime Minister. I remember Edward II, when he left Parliament as Speaker, he was also brought to Cabinet. But we see Anita Among is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, like I was saying, politics in Uganda, it's not the way politics operate in Uganda. I don't know about other countries, but at least I will speak from a country that I know. There is a lot of emotions attached in politics, a lot of emotions, a lot of sentiments, and sometimes you realize that other positions that are being given to people, it's not because someone is very much capable than others. They do not put a list of people and they be like, now this one is better, this one is good, this one is better, this one is the best, so that they take the best. Sometimes you find one is about loyalty, someone that is loyal to the boss, and then someone that maybe is a little bit closer, or someone that has people to talk good about them. So I would believe that the way Anita Among was being witch hunted, that I can call it witch hunting, and how the country was looking at her, bringing her back to such a critical position, I think she would get a lot of criticism from the public. The public opinion would be really negative about those appointments. I think that is why she was not brought back to the cabinet, according to me.
So what about Crispus Kiyonga? He has been out of cabinet. You know, President Museveni is a very funny man. When you lose elections, he also throws you out of his cabinet. When you win again, you come back. Now, the easiest example is Crispus Kiyonga. When he lost the election, he was also ejected from the cabinet. Now that he has won, he has been brought back. What does that teach us?
Yeah, one thing that I've known with the Museveni, or His Excellency, the President of Uganda, he's a person who plays a game of numbers. If you don't have numbers, it means you cannot mobilize for the party.
Yeah.
But if you lost previously and you went back and you were able to convince people to vote you back, it means now you have influence. For him, he doesn't have people that he permanent friends. He doesn't have permanent friends. If people withdraw themselves from you or distance themselves from you, he also distances himself from. He's not like God, where the Bible tells us that draw near to God and he will draw near to you. But for him, when people are far away from you, for him he will also be far away from you. That is it.
Yeah, my brother Chris, there is something that caught my attention in these appointments. We are seeing Honorable Baramu Barugahare is now a full minister for local government, and he has been given Honorable Justin Namere as the assistant, so to say. Their background is not a local government background. Honorable Balam has been in music, and Honorable Namere has been a TV presenter. How do you see this appointment? Do you see the local government improving? Do you see capacity in delivering? What do you see?
First of all, I see a setback in service delivery as far as local government ministry is concerned. Like I always say, Museveni, no one will know Museveni's mind. Like, surely, how can you bring Balam, who has been in Bidongo, music, promotions, and in the music industry, and then you bring him in the local government? It would be better for Mr. Museveni to always consider expertise and maybe professionalism. Balam is supposed to remain maybe at least for where he has been in youth, something.
Yeah.
Then in Namere would also be put in youth because that's where she belongs. But now, a TV host, former TV host in local government, there are very many people supposed to work in this caliber. Like we have these chiefs,
Sub-county chiefs.
yeah, those guys of public administration.
Yeah, former chairperson LOC files.
Those are the people who have at
people
least
who have been at the local level.
yeah, the local government or whatever. Then at least these ex-politicians, because they know at least how local government is administered. But to me, I think this will cause a setback in the local government service delivery just because of lack of expertise. But it's not of a surprise because this has been, like previously we have been having Dr. Chris Baryomusi as the Minister for ICT and National Guidance. I think now that Mr. Museveni has revised, Mr. Chris Baryomusi is now in the position for which he started for. Yeah, at least he's in health. But now also, if we cannot look at, let's not only look at Balam and Namere, let's also look at Dr. Jane Ruth Acheng. She's a doctor by profession, but now being put in the national guidance, ICT and national guidance. So I think in Uganda, maybe there are people who I don't believe so much that it is these ministers that administer their ministerial positions. It is just feeding them, giving them allowances, what, but service delivery is at the center, not by those individuals in offices.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Brother Joel, there is something that surprised me in these appointments. I saw Dr. Lawrence Muganga. Dr. Lawrence Muganga is the Vice Chancellor for Victoria University. And seeing his name was a total surprise to me. Now he's the State Minister for Internal Affairs. And in 2021, Muganga was being prosecuted for working for foreign allies. He's a Rwandan, and he was being prosecuted for working in Uganda illegally. And we are seeing somebody who has been labeled as a foreigner, a Rwandan, a spy, is now in charge of the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The police and the all internal security organizations are under him. We have also seen the accession of very many sons and daughters of historicals to this cabinet. We are seeing Honorable Justin Namere. His father was a former minister. Vincent Sempija. We are seeing the coming of Dr. Charles Ayume, who is a son to a former Speaker of Parliament. We are also seeing Siraj Musa Ali is a son to Honorable Moses Ali. We are seeing the historicals are bringing on their sons to replace them. How do you see this, and what do you learn from it, my brother Chris?
What I learned from this, maybe it is they served the will of the country, maybe according to President H.E Yoweri Museveni. So he's giving back. He's rewarding for the good deeds their fathers or their parents or their relatives did in this country as far as serving the nation. But also it hits hard that for people who are not maybe prominent in this country, have no space for leadership in this country. Because if someone has surely benefited so much from this country, let's say like the Honorable Moses Ali, Moses Ali has served in at least 3 regimes, from Amin, Obote, now to Museveni. So, like, seriously, what has he not gotten better for in this country? It just means that vulnerable people, a common person from Bundibujo, has invested in educating their children, and now we send our children to parliament. So because we are not so much known, we are not popular, so we lose it all, and the ones that are not considered, by the way, would be the best leaders of this country. So if it is about who you are, most of the Banyakole say Gambano, Gambano. So it hits harder that for us, for the common citizens who don't have connections, we call them connections, do not benefit in the ministerial and other big positions in this country.
Thank you so much, brother Chris. As we conclude, just what is that name that you saw in this cabinet that you would wish it shouldn't have appeared?
The names I wish shouldn't have appeared: 1, Honorable Balaam Barugahare.
Why?
Honorable Balaam, one, he was not born a leader. He was born a business person. Yeah, he knows much with business, like he has radio stations, he has music, public address systems, he has vast knowledge about business, but not for local government. Yeah.
Okay, brother Joel, what is that name that you saw and just wish it wasn't even there?
Yeah, actually, I saw many names, especially those ones that bounced back, and the new ones that were there. Me, one name that I saw, much as it is not on the cabinet, is the deputy speaker. Yeah.
Thank you so much, viewers, for being here, and thank you so much for following us. If you're watching this video from any other platform, just be sure that we are on YouTube as the Bwamba Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and also above all, subscribe. In this discussion, you must have picked just 1 or 2 things. The people who are going to lead you for the next 5 years are here, and it's your responsibility to follow them up and be sure to know what they are doing and what you expect from them. From me and the team, we say bye.